restful sleep, healing dreams that you'll remember. I want you to feel the oneness. I want you to feel the wholeness. I want you to know that you are safe. We ask the last of any thing at any level that's been encoded into your body that's keeping you in fear, keeping you from your true path. We ask those things to come forward to be transmuted and removed. We ask for a total healing of the body, mind, and spirit. It's safe to receive unconditional love from self, others, and spirit. It's safe to give unconditional love to self, others, and spirit. We ask all the gifts of the Holy Spirit that you have to come into integration with your present life, present personality. We ask all fragmentation to be healed. There's a remapping that's going on in your brain right now. Something got real separated when you went into those fear states when you were younger, and you got real trapped, because it doesn't matter what age we are chronologically, we can be a lot of ages emotionally. Have you felt like you're a little girl?
Mm-hmm.
You felt like you're really young?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's safe to bring that beautiful, innocent child into your adult self and integrate. We ask all experiences of abduction, intrusion, people, energies that don't have boundaries, we ask that to go away. We ask that to be transmuted out of your vibration. Encoded in every cell of your body is your real, true self, your authentic self that's ready to come into your full empowerment. It's safe to use your powers. It's safe to use your intuition, your abilities of spirit, your gifts of love. It's safe to have that connection with your soulmate from within. You got an image a long time ago about being separate from and never being able to find love.
Mm-hmm.
The beloved is within. The beloved is always around you and never separate from yourself, from others, from spirit. We ask this connection with the inner soulmate to become manifested from within, and then that to manifest in the outer world. We ask all beliefs about not finding love, not finding the right person, not being loved to come forward to be transmuted. Anywhere you're feeling heat, tingling energy,
Mm-hmm.
that's where the light's going in. That's where the wholeness is going in. It means it went through your whole body. It's safe to see with the inner eye. It's safe to hear with the inner ear. It's safe to feel empathically. We ask for an alignment with the spirit body, with the soul, the energy bodies, all the vehicles of you to come into an alignment, into one place, one time, no longer separated, no longer fearful. We ask the peace that passes all understanding to come into the heart, mind, body, and spirit. What's going to happen is you're going to feel very lightheaded. Yeah, don't stand up yet. No, you're going to feel great. You had these different parts of yourself, and they're all here, but they were separated in a really interesting way. I really feel like tonight even you're going to feel very safe to be in your space. I feel like you're going to be very safe to you will not feel a separate energy coming in. You'll feel all of yourself integrated in your body, and you'll be able to just lay down and go to sleep. Because what happens, one time before about being captured, how we get captured, how do we get captured? It's like that. It's like, well, if I don't trip over this. Okay. Thank you for being willing to do that, because that's exactly, that's what we're here tonight, is to heal. You need to rest. You need to be who you are. You need to have peace, and you're ready.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I feel it. It's so cool. It was like, it was so clear, the ages and the things, and they just morphed right into your energy field. The other thing, would you still like to go to Florida?
Yes.
Okay. You need to go to Florida. Is that still a goal or a
Yes.
thought? Okay. Again, I feel like you will be going to Florida. I mean, I feel like things will happen very fast now. So whatever the blocks were, whatever the things were, they're done. They are done, done, done. Did you see Big Boy, what was he doing just?
He's been outside when I went out there to check on him. He came running.
Yeah,
to see.
if he would be tame, we could bring him in, but I'm afraid he'll...
I think he's picking up on the energy.
Yeah, he's protecting you. It's funny, he came in right by you.
Yeah.
He came in right by
That's
your
how I
energy
felt
field.
his energy with me.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. That's really, it is, it's really cool. It's really, yeah. Sky, we will have you come in a few minutes. We will. I know. Do you have two animals? Did you have a cat?
I have
Cat. You have
one cat.
One
right
cat.
now. I want another one.
Yeah, there's another cat. She has. She rescues cats. He's sitting right by the perfect person that does cat rescue. I love it. This is how these things work. Yeah.
Yes, and I need a new cat.
Do you
Another
need-
cat.
yeah, you
I
do.
mean, I love my cat, but I need another one.
And they protect you. I love my animals. Seriously, you know. I have 8 cats.
Sorry.
And I wake up and the cats are laying all over me. My favorite is when you have dreams about
I
your
love
cats.
it when they lay on me.
I have dreams about my cats, and I'll wake up and they're looking at me like, "Boy, that was fun."
They were there with you, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were. And as we speak, she's giving her card. Yes.
I'll wake up as the cats are jumping out of the bed.
I love it. Yeah, they really track. Animals see 4th and 5th dimensionally, and I think that's what Sky's doing out there. They're like, in Husky world, they're like out there patrolling and guarding dimensionally. They're definitely holding space for us here. Definitely holding space. Does anybody else have anything you wanted to share or talk about, or yes?
Okay, last night, it was the second dream of that nature that I've had. And, you know, in my dreams, it was like I was in a house, like a grand house that was like massively haunted. And I was
Massively
afraid-
haunted. She was in a massively haunted house.
house.
There's a big mansion.
See, I don't know, I love paranormal investigations. I'm a photographer. I'm in real life not afraid of anything.
Would you
of that
maybe
nature.
get like a
I'm
leash
actually
and bring him on a
free.
leash? And maybe not big boy, because they're not good at the same time. Maybe, yeah. And just have him on the leash. Oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Well, see, your home is your consciousness.
Where's the wolves?
They're out.
I don't know whose houses these are. I'm at these houses.
It's you. It's your.
Yeah.
All dreams. When you're
Right.
dreaming of home, buildings are parts of you on one level.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it was so strange that in these dreams, it's rare that in dreams I feel legitimate fear.
Right.
And I just remember walking into this room, and there was such high concentration of disembodied energy that the blinds were opening and shutting, like everything in the room is moving independently of one another. And I just remember walking in this door, and it was overwhelming to me, and I woke myself up. And I thought that was strange because I'm not afraid of anything like that. I mean, like, if my friend calls me up and says something weird happened at her house, I would want to come over and check it out.
Well, again, this is the other thing, because you know Tim's here tonight. We've done tons of paranormal exploration, and Dan, I've been in 7 of his paranormal movies, and there's Mr. Sky, beautiful husky boy. You come, yeah. Oh.
I just remember feeling very overwhelmed
Well, yeah.
And it's the second dream of that nature that I've had, and recently.
Was it the first one? The other one you had, was it about like the same thing, like haunted things or disembodied things?
Yeah,
or
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so this is what I'll say to people: nothing is paranormal. We're just, again, as we're healing the illusion of that separation, there's really nothing that is paranormal. The big interest in paranormal is interesting because it has to do with people awakening to those other levels. But we talk about this all the time. It's not good to get hung up in the phenomena level. You know, Kurt Vonnegut talked about the cultural wasteland. You know, there's an astral wasteland. There's a phenomena wasteland that can easily, because I love all that stuff. It's very interesting. You know, we do EVP stuff all the time. It's fascinating to hear and get the different dimensional states captured and that kind of stuff. But I think what your dream might be telling you is maybe you're getting too much.
Right.
Maybe you're over focusing. So because
I haven't thought of anything like that recently.
but it's probably downloaded. So I'm saying it may be something that's been downloaded that you've had going on. So because for in the dream to feel a legitimate fear, and it's like this very haunted big house that's scary and, you know, disembodied. You know, you want to get into the feeling of what that dream was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so did you wake up and how did the dreams end?
I remember opening a door into this room where I was seeing everything moving independently of one another, and I remember seeing it was dark outside, and the blinds were opening and shutting, and it scared the living daylights out of me. And I have this ability in my dreams to, as a defense mechanism, just wake myself up. And it was almost too overwhelming. Like the feeling I had inside, I remember waking up and I felt like my heart was about to beat out of my chest. I was legitimately feeling fear. I woke up, I'm like, that was weird.
Because usually in your dreams you can control things, or you can, yeah. And I think it's showing you that you have powers, but it's showing you, again, don't get caught in just being absorbed with, hi baby, nice guy.
What's that?
You looking for food?
I'm sorry. Is it the other
Well, that's the other
guy?
guy.
Crying? Okay.
That's huge, Picture Patchy. Picture Patchy.
Could it be that, I would say like around the age 14 or 15, I had a lot of heightened senses and things like that as a child, as far as...
That's when we first met.
Yeah.
I just had a flash of that. I always
Yeah.
forget that because you're an adult now.
Yeah.
So I first met her, right.
I'm friends with Marilene.
Yeah.
But,
And some other people, yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
yeah, he came to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just had a
But I remember, like, it was almost too overwhelming, and I had to focus on other things in life at that point, so I just kind of shut things off.
Oh, you were mega. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
age, 13, 14, the hormonal shifting, that's the age of the poltergeist and the different energies.
Right now, I
and,
feel like my head is so hot just talking about it right now. But now I'm almost like inviting that part of me to wake up. Because I feel almost incomplete while it's shut off, I guess.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know, it's just weird.
We can take him out and let the boy come in for a minute. Not good to get, well, we get jealous. Yeah, I can tell you what's going on. It's like, yeah, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to stand back because I can feel it from over. It's like, it's a real distant thing. It's like, okay. I want you just to feel at a very early age, and like you said, you were very heightened awarenesses at 13, 14 when we first met. And didn't know what to do with the energy of it and used to scare people. You still scare people. Not in a bad way. I scare people all the
I
time.
tell people things about them. They're
Yeah,
just like,
I scare people all the
"Oh
time,
my
trust
God."
me. Yeah, you're ready to have, it's like you shoved it, you didn't shove it down in your body, it's like you shoved it out. Because for some reason, when I went into your energy field's way out here. So that's why I came back here. What I'm going to do is like, it's not really a repair, it's just more, and again, in accordance with your free will and highest good. It's safe to be who you are. It's safe to bring all of who you are into manifested form in an integrated way that doesn't scare yourself or scare others. That's a good one. It doesn't scare yourself or scare others. In a way that you can use all the abilities that you have. You're so creative. It's safe to co-create with God. It's safe. It's safe to bring that mother, beautiful mother energy you have, and that beautiful baby you have. It's safe to bring all that nurturing energy in and bring it through your whole body. Because again, I'm experiencing something about the pregnancy and something about the birth of your baby. How old is your son now?
He's going to be 15 months on the 22nd.
15 months, okay.
His birthday was December 22nd. He turned 1.
Okay. Because he's not separated from you at all. And again, whatever age our children are, it activates in us what was going on with us at that age. So
that's when I start to remember. I can remember back that far.
Right. So you're going to get a lot of activation with him. So again, start to let go of that illusion of separation from him, from you at that age, and really bring that into your empowerment. Because I really kind of think even at that age you were so aware, and it wasn't that you had bad parents, you have great parents, but it was like, I think they started to get kind of afraid of you. I think you did things that were probably advanced or whatever at that age, but where they were kind of like, whoa.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. I looked at my mom and I said, Mommy, before I chose to be with you, I was an old lady and I loved to sit on my porch in my rocking chair, but I died in a fire.
Wow, that's
That
a lot of
was the first
information.
sentence I actually said to my mom.
Mommy, I really
So,
like to be with you, but I
before I
used to be an
chose
old
to be with you,
chose to be
yeah.
with you. I used to be an old lady, sat in a rocking chair, and I died in the fire. Yeah, that would be that will freak people out. So probably at that moment, and that's why I'm picking up on coming out this far to work with the energy field. It has something to do with that. It's like you're ready to. Probably at that moment, it overwhelmed people. Oh, he won't go out.
Well, he wouldn't. He just laid down.
Oh, yeah, that's
more
him.
than I couldn't move him.
He's very food oriented. We'll have to get him some.
He's ready to what?
He's food oriented.
The sky is.
Yeah.
And I feel like
Give him a piece of pizza or something.
a door has opened in my house recently because my dog passed away. On
Which
the
one?
25th of Spanky. He had like a lung cancer and pneumonia. So my dad and I took him in.
You know, they take on things for us.
Yeah.
And so,
There was a lot of lung health issues in my house at that time.
yeah, they absolutely absorb.
My son had just had RSV, and so, I mean, so, but I've had really good cleansing. I held his ashes in my hands and really sobbed and just kind of like I'm not a big crier, like ever.
Oh, I know.
And I just kind of like let it all out of me, and I went into this corner of my room and faced this closet. It was just a weird position to want to be in to do this, but I just unloaded. And ever since then, everything has just been very overwhelming, and a lot of things have been flooding in.
Right.
And it's just...
It's huge, because
Yeah.
I mean, like I
My
said,
eyes are like this big.
I couldn't even go.
That's all
I'm having to come out here, but what's going to happen now is you're going to feel a lot of integration. You won't be overwhelmed. You'll feel the wholeness, the totality of yourself, and how that it's safe to know and feel and see and have these different gifts of spirit, but to have them in a way that's not frightening. To have them in a way that's positive. Yeah. Because
There's
Yeah.
been, like, my inner voice has been telling me to light more candles in my room, and when you had mentioned in the guided meditation to listen to what, your voice is saying to you, does that mean something?
right.
Because when I lived with my parents before, I'm living back with my parents again, for those of you who don't know.
What happens?
Yeah.
We go in there living with
that very
parents.
room we were talking about, I'm sleeping in that bedroom. I had a bunch of candles and Tibetan flags and things like that, and I had somewhere to focus my energy in my room. And now I I just always want to have candles burning. So do you think
Just
that
be
that-
careful.
Well, yeah.
Just be careful of burning candles.
I have a respect for fire.
Get the-
Healthy respect
Yeah,
for fire.
just have a, right. And I think, again, you said you went into a closet with the ashes?
Like I took the I'm just transitioning my living space in my room into my own again. I took the closet doors off.
Oh,
how they
good.
were. I took all my personal belongings that are important to me out of the
I don't like
attic
doors
and
and
put them-
things.
Yeah, and I put
Yeah.
them, you know, on my shelves and kind of I'm bringing my energy back
Good.
into that space.
That's what you should do. Yeah, it's your big girl space. Your
Yeah.
woman's space now, not not your little girl. Here's a Patchers. Here's your Patchy. Oh. Yeah, I can tell you the other thing. The more, okay, and this is for everybody. If you're somewhere that you're going, I don't know, because I'm sure there's probably going, I don't want to be in my parents' house, right? The only way out is in. So you're actually doing the right thing. You are, instead of going, this sucks, I'm at my parents' house, I have a baby, why am I at my parents' house? You're making it your space now. It's not your little girl space from when you were growing up. You're just totally bond with being in that space. Embrace and every second say, why am I here? What's my highest good? What are the lessons? What's the highest good for my son, for myself, for the parents? And you will start to immediately get it, because I'm seeing it. It's going to be, you have all the pieces. They're going to integrate. And I'll make a really strong prediction. I think by June, middle of June, end of June, I think you'll have a lot going with your photography and with all the creative things you have. And I really think you're going to find a really interesting space to transition into. And just when you may feel like that's never going to happen, it will. Yeah, it's coming together. What? I know, big boy. Yes, I know. I know, big boy. 125-pound Malamute in here, incoming. Yeah.
Since we're talking about dreams, I keep having like this reoccurring dream where I'll go on vacation or we'll go somewhere, but I'm always packing. I'm constantly packing, and like once I think I have everything, then there's something else I forgot, and I'm just a never-ending dream of packing.
Never-ending dream of
And it's not like
packing.
I'm packing my house like to move. I'm like on vacation and we're getting ready to go home, and I'm trying to get all of our stuff together.
Even when you're going home from the vacation, you feel like you're forgetting something,
Yeah, like I'm
or
like,
you're.
oh, I forgot this. I gotta bring this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's like I'm just constantly packing.
Yeah, and all those kind of dreams tell you about where you're stuck in your psychology, stuck in where you're looping like that. And that's an interesting one because, again, dreams, everybody, everything is a part of you. And so it has to do, vacations, I would always think about you had fun, but then this may be how your life might be. You've had this great fun, but you're really hung up on lower mind, lower brain details. Do you get distracted sometimes by details or by things oh, I know what it is. Hold on. Do you find the things? What kind of things do you actually put in the suitcase?
Oh, it's just stuff like, oh, there's my lotion. Oh, yeah, there's my shoe. Oh, there's my son's shirt. And I think I'm done. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to forget that. And it's just
Right.
constantly
It's all those fears of the lower self that, and sometimes those are psychological dreams. They're dreams that we're trying to heal something. But if you have it a lot.
Yes, it's reoccurring.
Yeah, and see, it again, I think some of the ones where you see the same kind of thing over and over and over again, it's something that's going on for you that maybe in a past life there was something going on where something very intense was going on that you were frantically packing. Or that where you did forget something important, and so you're stuck in that motion. Anytime we're frozen in a frame like that, it means something. And I don't know what this means exactly, but I keep getting this like D names, like a David, or like there's D names around you that were connected with that. When you're in the dream, do you see your Do you see the family, or do you see yourself with the packing?
It's just me.
Just
trying to
you.
get everybody's stuff together.
Right.
Always forgetting
Well,
and-
when again, you probably feel overwhelmed about taking care of your child and this and that, and because you're real ready to. I see an organizational thing that's going on for you. I would say by the middle of May 15th through about June 3rd, there's a huge transition for you. With those dreams will stop, because I see something building. Even the more you were speaking of the dream of the packing and forgetting things and being caught in that kind of frantic thing, you're not going to be stuck there anymore. You're real ready to move on. As a matter of fact, I feel like you'll have 5 dreams that will come probably within the next 3 or 4 weeks that will be very, very different. And if you may have one where there's like a remnant of something about that, but it's like you're packed and you're gone. So instead of like it being that where you're stuck, all the things are there, and you close the suitcase and you're at peace. Because I definitely. When do you think? How long have you had this dream? I mean, what
Oh,
age?
gosh, it's been, well, not, I see with only the last 3 years.
Okay, then you need to think about what was going on with yourself. Usually 9 months, 18 months before things manifest in the physical realm or in those kind of dreams, there's things that were going on emotionally. So you want to think back at that time and what was going on that would lead to that. Because it's very connected. It's very connected. Because it looks to me like you have adrenal fatigue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I can barely get through the day.
Right. Because you're just like, it's like you have a huge energy field, but it's like contained or trapped somewhere, and it's like arcing out different energies. Okay. Okay. And it has to do with not feeling supported, and it has to do with getting rid of. Do you like to do art?
I
Of any
don't do it
kind?
anymore.
But you used to do art?
Amazing. Amazing.
Okay.
Like, seriously.
I
Yeah.
don't do it anymore.
Why?
I'm too tired on time. I
Okay.
don't feel called to do it anymore.
Right. You'll be called to do it. And I think what happened, there might have been something that happened in like another time and place where you were, because you have a lot of artistic ability and very beautiful art, I can see that you've manifested before, but I think you got cut short, or something happened where you were fleeing or going, or something. There's a reason why you have a block. Because you're not done. You're done with the way you were doing the creating. And there's it's like you look like you're ready to like burst forward, like this beautiful flower that's bursting forward, but you're trying to keep something's trying to be contained, and it's that creative expression. What made you feel like you didn't want to do it anymore?
Just got, I think it was when I had the kids, just overwhelmed.
Oh, those kids, yeah.
Too tired.
Yeah, I guess that's that creative, yeah.
And it's kind of like, what do I do with it? You know? I do it, make it, okay, now what? Yeah, I can't.
But see, you're going to find the kids are they're moving. And do you ever try to get them to paint with you, or do
Oh, they draw constantly.
they draw constantly?
My son's amazing.
Yeah, he draws.
Okay.
He should have like 30 books published already. Seriously. Not a joke.
Okay.
Not a joke.
You're ready to have your adrenals healed. You're ready to be happy again. You're ready to have joy, right? I don't think you'd be here.
Yes.
Yeah, you are ready. You are real ready. I want you just to kind of like visualize this water. There's a lot of watery energy. that's coming in around you.
I just had a
She
dream
just
about
had
a
a dream
big
about
wave.
a big wave. That's what I was gonna ask you when you gonna ask her that.
I
A
had-
huge wave.
Well, I had
like,
this dream. There was
huge
like
wave.
this big 30-foot wave.
Yeah,
and we were
came over.
trying.
She was just
we were
fine.
gonna go swimming in it with the kids, and we were in it,
And then what happened?
and then the next day you posted on Facebook about the
The
wave.
tsunami?
Yeah.
She was telling me that as we were sitting here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you you needed to come to
Yes, I'm so happy you came tonight because
So the water and
Yeah, I don't think because let yourself be just swept away. It's safe to let go. It's safe to surrender. It's safe to surrender to the healing, cleansing waters. This watery wave, huge energy that's around you. You're not separate from it, and it's wanting to take you somewhere, but you've dammed it up. You've walled it up. Okay, so it's walled. And you can't contain it anymore. And the energy wants to be expressed. I think it would be good for you to put music on every day and dance and sing and move. And maybe get away from yoga or something restrained. You do
yeah, I would teach yoga. I'm a
teach
yoga
yoga.
teacher.
And I told her the same thing, no more yoga.
No more yoga. So yoga's good, but
Yes,
it can be
but-
very
Yes, too much.
restrictive. 'Cause it's very
Yeah.
focused. It's a very focused thing. You have incredible discipline, but you need to go into the surrender because there's nothing bad that's going to happen. And I really do think something happened that turned you against your art. There was a real conflicting energy that was going on. So in the dream, what happened? The big wave came.
The kids wanted to swim in it, and so we went out in it, and I was just trying to keep them safe so that they didn't crash down. And
Right.
eventually we found a way to just come back to the shore. And then we were walking in snow for some reason.
Wow.
Water, water.
Wow. Frozen water. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's about your kids again. It's about the pack. It's that same thing where you're feeling like you're the one that has to be holding everything and doing everything. But see, you were fine, right?
Oh yeah, we were safe.
So let this water, your kids are fine. Nothing bad's, I think something happened in the past life with the children. There's something must have happened. It's not, they're not going to die. They're not going to die. Everything's good. You have to surrender to this energy because it's like, and this is what's happened with the adrenal fatigue. The kundalini, your energy is moved up and it's still trapped in this part of your body. So it's doing this really interesting looping. Big boy, you're gonna help. You're gonna help. It's safe to receive unconditional love for yourself. It's safe to be as good to yourself as you are to others. Yes, all pictures of death be turned into pictures of life, all pictures of fear be transmuted into pictures of unconditional love and truth. It's safe to have fun again. It's safe to create. It's safe to co-create. No, this watery, it's really cool. There's this big watery energy. There's this big watery energy that you're in. You're in it. I mean, that's what I first perceived when I saw you. You're encased in this water, but it's like you were trapped in it instead of like flowing with it. And again, that's that part of that surrender. And you have all this energy because you're so good with, I mean, you teach yoga, you're so good with these disciplines, and you have all this creative expression. And you've lost the joy of, it is a need to contain and control into, which it becomes very fear-based. And you're real ready to let go. And I would say over the next 5 to 8 days, don't be surprised if you have a lot of neat stuff going on. There's just a huge shift that you're going to experience with, you'll get a very strong vision of something you want to create. Have you ever done anything with clay or with sculpture or clay? I don't know why, but I feel like it might
I
be
used to
fun.
decorate cakes, like,
Oh.
and we would do rolled fondant and.
That's
but
what I'm
I don't-
saying.
I don't do that anymore either because it.
Well, it goes away right away. Why don't you do?
Well, yeah, they eat it,
They eat it. It's
but
gone.
it's hard to stand for me that long because I have
Yeah.
a lot of lower back problems.
That's that not being supported. See, that's
I think that
a lot
when
of
you said it
trapped-
was getting trapped. That was the same area that I have a lot of pain.
Yeah. Right. It's trapped energy. There's a really wonderful person who does craniosacral work sitting behind you. I'm so happy she's here.
Craniosacral therapy will change your
Yes, and we got a wonderful person here. Yeah, you. That's what it feels to me like. It would be really helpful to get that done because that's what's going on. The energy was really swirling. I mean, it's like you got energy going this way, you got energy going this way, but it's just like a tempest. It's like a tempest in a tea.
It's not going anywhere.
It's not going
just
anywhere, so it's
all over
wearing
the
you
place.
out. It's
It's just all
exhausting.
over the place.
It's exhausting you. Yeah. So you're real ready. Thanks.
Can you guys get out?
No, so you're gonna feel so much better. That's so much better. This is a really interesting evening. There's so much, like I said, when you ask for healing, that's the way the energies will come in. I get a feeling too of a certain way that you. Is there a place in your home that you feel is your place?
Yes.
Okay. Really cleanse that space out and spend time there, but I feel like you're going to branch out, and I feel like there's another area in your home that you're going to feel also as a space instead of feeling. Do you kind of confine yourself in this one space? I mean, or do you spend? Yeah.
A lot of time in the office, my office.
Yeah. Same thing.
You get out of there?
Same thing. Open, expand out. Don't keep yourself in that one space. Be in your whole consciousness of your home, but I feel like there's a literal place in your home that you're going to feel more connected with. That you'll feel safe to be out of. As a matter of fact, like I was speaking about earlier, you're not going to feel like you want to stay in that space as much. As you're breaking out, you'll find you won't stop doing yoga, but you'll find maybe you'll want to do dance yoga. I mean, that's what it's like. You need to move. Isn't there a dance yoga or something?
Yeah.
You need to do dance yoga. It's like you're ready to take all this energy and do something with it, right? And I think when you do the movement and you get the energy going, you will then not have the back pain. And I think you'll start to express yourself you'll have joy in creating. What kind of things does your son like to draw?
He draws like creatures.
Creatures?
You know,
Interesting.
like, yeah, I can't even describe it. He doesn't look at anything. It just comes out of him.
His own higher consciousness or whatever. Interesting. I wouldn't be, he's very linked with you, so as you're shifting and growing and changing, I think he will start to, you'll see something different that he draws. Mhm. Are the creatures, are they like mythical? I mean, they're just like his
they're
mythical,
just like this. I can't even describe them.
dimensional kind of stuff. It's interesting when they do that, when they draw, yeah. These things, the others, they're not trapped, so they see the different dimensions that are going on.
Yeah, it's not anything I can describe.
Interesting. But he's very linked in with your energy field, so with the healing that we just did, you'll have a lot shifting with that, with him. You'll see him going with you. So instead of it being like where you're always worried about the children or the things, you're not separate from them, but see them as not separate from you in a healing way, not in a fearful way. Because you're putting so much energy into have that faith of knowing that they're safe, you're safe, and that surrender. It's that trusting something within yourself about the surrendering.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're ready. I mean, you're so there. You're just so there. Does anybody else have anything you want to talk about or share?
I am just wondering, I have fallen a couple of times lately, and I don't fall. But I always feel like that there's some lesson in it.
Yeah, there's no accidents. There's no, anytime we fall or there's an accident, it's not random. It's interesting because what I see in your energy field, I feel like there's something with leg circulation. I feel like sometimes there's like a energy circuit that's not completing down. I don't know. It's a weird thing. It goes at an angle. Does that mean something?
There are those who tell me I should ground myself more.
Okay, yeah, it's like, that's a true thing that you need to ground yourself, because you have the way your energy, it's coming at an angle, then it goes down, and it kind of stops above the right foot. It's really strange. You know, your inner, it's two things. It's not really inner ear, it's more like you're dimensionally, you don't have dementia, by the way. Sort of say that word, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that dementia. No, it's like you're in your body, you're not lined up with your body temple, let's say. The different energies they come in at an angle.
I'm experiencing all kinds of different
Phenomena
energies
or
and,
feeling.
yeah, phenomena.
What's happening? What are you feeling? What are you seeing?
I feel spirits.
Yeah.
I seem to have a healing gift that more or less spontaneous. All sorts of different things. And
Is it speeded up? I mean, you've had this before, but now it's
I didn't know anything about any of this stuff 5 years ago.
okay.
So
So you had an awakening 5 years ago with a lot of people waking up at different, and so what happened? You just, again,
well, I met someone who told me something that the old me should have said. Boy, that is just really crazy. But I just thought, that sounds kind of familiar.
right.
And so there's been just a whole bunch of different things that I would have expected myself to think that's really weird, but it sounds normal. And just and things are just changing.
Yeah, for all of you out there, this is happening to people. I'm getting people in here for sessions that have never had a psychic, or they thought never had a psychic spiritual thought. All of a sudden they're seeing things out of the corner of their eye, they're feeling things, they're seeing colors, they're sensing, they're hearing their loved ones speak to them in the waking and dreaming state. Again, as we're healing the illusion that that's not real or that was separate, it's like waking up to the real reality that we're not separate, that everything's just one energy. It's not, we're here, we're there, they're here, we're, it's just all one big consciousness. So that's interesting about 5 years ago, because there's been different times and stages that people will go through with their awakening. And what I'm thinking is going on with you, I think you might also have a vitamin D deficiency and a mineral. You may be low on minerals. because I think that's why you're getting a little dizzy. There's something that's going to change for you with food.
Good.
No, seriously, you're going to have a change with what you want to eat and with what you want to bring into your body. I would even try for a while to do, I personally I haven't taken vitamins in years, I just don't take them. The only way I take anything is like if it's a liquid form of something, because pills and me, I never felt like I was getting things from them, so I don't do much with that. But I do anything I can do that's a more liquid or, just whatever. But when I really feel like there's something going on for you with, get some liquid minerals. Get probiotics. That's another thing I would feel too with your stomach. I feel like you have some candida or some yeast things going on. Where were you when you fell?
I was at the gym, going into doing some water aerobics.
So you fell on the wet.
No, it was on the way into the gym. The floor felt like it stuck to my foot.
Were you having mixed feelings about wanting to do that exercise?
Yeah.
See, I never want to go in a gym.
Yeah.
I do my own things. I do Pilates machine, or I dance, or I would. So again, when we have accidents and you're going into where you're supposed to be doing it, that's a sign that maybe that's interesting. Yeah. Did you hurt yourself? Or scared yourself? Probably.
I irritated myself.
Yeah.
I disappointed myself that I fell.
No, see, you're too hard on yourself. Stop it.
I was a ballroom dancer for about 5 years.
That's a real skill.
Yeah.
See, I can't learn that. I can do wild, crazy, goddess, hippie dances. But I can't. I've tried to learn stuff, and my brain is like, it just does.
Well, my brain clicked in.
I could see
at a
that.
certain point, and then it made sense. But then I broke first one foot and then the other foot.
Oh my gosh,
And
we're back to the legs and the feet.
And I wasn't able to, I haven't danced for a couple of years.
Wow.
So,
Feet are your foundation.
Yeah.
Feet are your foundation. And was there something disappointing that happened with a relationship or with a person connected with the dancing?
Not with dancing.
Well, I mean a relationship. Right, you didn't have a partner.
But
That's disappointing. That's what I'm talking about. Ballroom dancing, you have a partner. Because that spirit's saying to me you were disappointed. Like there was something disappointing that you didn't, So, what could be more, you don't want to be dancing around with no partner.
well, I mean, there were always
People,
guys
but
to
not the
dance with, but I
person-
didn't have my own partner.
Your own partner.
So
Yes. This is all connected with this.
tears are coming.
That's okay. Let them go, honey. That's what we called to do tonight, is to get people unstuck. Because we want you to dance and not fall. See, and I think you're remembering something with that water aerobics or with that other stuff, that it's reminding you of the dancing or something, right? It's reminding you somehow of something else that you just didn't do. You didn't. It's safe to dance again. It's safe to find a partner from within and without. It's safe to stand on your own 2 feet. It's safe to be grounded. It's safe to find a place on the earth that you feel at home. I feel your father here.
I've been told he was also a husband in his life.
Your father's very close with your energy. And I feel like from the other side, he's learning and growing and changing, because it's literally as above, so below. And I feel like he's sharing with me and taking some responsibility. It's not that he was a bad person, or there were, I think he wishes he could have done things in a different way with you, or for you, right?
Yeah.
Because it's very connected with what's going on right now. It's very connected with your own, with the blocks.
He only had one leg
Oh my.
when he died.
Oh boy. Wow. He had one leg when he died. Oh my God. There you go. Which leg did he have?
He had his left leg.
See, the left side of the body is female, past its subconscious mind. The right is about moving forward. Had he lost it through diabetes or lost it through injury?
War injury.
War injury, so from a long time. So when
He was injured when he was 23,
yeah.
but he lost the leg when he was 40.
Wow.
So he struggled with his injuries for all of his life.
Where was he when he had the injury?
South Pacific.
So you grew up seeing him injured or having...
There were times that I dressed
Right,
his foot before he had it amputated.
right. Yeah, it's very connected with your own feet and your own legs and your own connection. And he's in his restored body. And you're going to see him restored. You'll see him in the dreaming state. You'll see him restored. And you're going to feel like a really interesting thing happening with did you say you broke one foot, then you broke another?
Yeah.
Which one did you break first?
The right.
The right and then the left, okay.
No, wait a second. No, there's the other way around. The left first, because I could drive. And the right. I couldn't drive. So. I didn't know the first one was broken. And I kept dancing on it
Nice.
for several months.
You know, I hear this from people, and I always think, how could you not know? But I think that that shows us how we can be so detached from our consciousness that we don't know.
Yeah.
And we don't listen to pain, and so we just keep pushing ourselves.
Right.
Forgive yourself. You have this beautiful, sweet, wonderful energy. And you have so many gifts of spirit that are here. It's time to have a joyful life. It's time to move again. Don't be so hard on yourself about your physical. The physical, you're like a block of clay right now, and I see you like emerging from it. You're going to feel your whole body kind of like lift up over the next, I'd say, 3, 4, 6 months. And you're going to feel yourself just coming up out of, because you've really, you're going to feel more grounded in your feet. But what's happened is your energy's trapped, it's trapped all in this part of the body. And safe to hear, feel, see communication with your father or anyone else you choose in a way that's appropriate for you. It's safe to connect with the inner soulmate, with the inner male energy. It's safe to have union from within. It's safe to have balance. It's safe to stand without falling. It's safe to move forward. Okay, so he's lost his leg at 23, or he got the injury at 23, then he was amputated at 40. How old were you when you were helping him?
Probably from early teen, adolescent.
This is what happened to you. You got captured. This is where you got captured. From the time a child's born till they're 8, they bond with mother and father. Then from 8 to 12, 8 to 13, they bond with the parent of the same sex. So at a very important time of needing male attention or being interested in boys, you got captured in connecting with your father and in dressing his leg and foot, and so that yeah, this would put a whole bunch of stuff for you, okay, that would be unusual. You know, it was an unusual, but I would agree. I think that you may have, that's what's so amazing about people we tend to reincarnate with. It can get very confusing in families, because we can have children that we were married to, or we can have children that were our parents, or we can have, you know, there's a kaleidoscope sometimes of things that happen. And I feel, was he anywhere near like the Bataan Death March, or was there anything going on with, did he see, would he talk about what happened to him?
No.
This is the sad thing that happened to so many of them. My father-in-law was in the Bataan, he was a doctor, and he volunteered to go after he graduated from medical school, and he was captured within 3 months, and he was in the Bataan Death March, and he was in, and then they just, you know, he was tortured by the Japanese and all this kind of wild stuff, and then he, you know, comes back, and they don't give him any kind of treatment, or you know, he would sleep on the floor because he was used to sleeping on the floor. And
He was injured in the South Pacific and spent about 9 months in a hospital in New Zealand
wow,
before he could come back.
that's like a gestation cycle. He went
And
through
he-
9 months of respite.
He came back in a full body cast. And
Oh my God.
so he was.
Came back in a full body cast. That's just wild. And how old were you? I mean, were you born? Were you?
I wasn't born at
Then-
the time,
right.
that right after he came home.
Wow.
That was when I was born, and
Because how people are conceived and born and what their parents have gone through goes into your DNA. So another thing you want to know, I feel very strongly that many people are vessel holders, and we can override when they talk about sins of the fathers that go through 7 generations, they're talking about weaknesses of the body, mind, and spirit that are in the DNA. And I believe that can be transmuted. I feel that we have the ability to activate the divine blueprint. And that's what I feel like. You took on a lot of stuff, but I feel like you're real ready to be free from that. And you're real ready to be have that original divine blueprint to come into full activation. And that's the thing every day to speak to yourself about, to really see yourself free from your family karma and free from repeating the heavy lessons. Because I really do think that has got to do, you probably, and I think children do this, you probably had a lot of empathy, and you probably had a lot of sympathy, empathy, all kinds of things, even probably guilt that your father didn't have a leg, or that, you know, had that injury and then lost his leg. I mean, that would be a very big burden to carry around. And sometimes it's fascinating how we will act things out in our bodies. So I think the falling is it's telling you that's not the way you're supposed to be doing. You need to do the dancing again. We got to get you.
well, the goal is to lose enough weight, because I've gained 40 pounds in the last 2 years.
There's different ways. I'll talk to you about it. There's different things we can do, because I can see it all through your vibration.
Yeah, and I'm just,
You're ready. Oh, it's emotional armoring. People armor themselves. One of the quickest ways is to stop eating any kind of processed food that has, you know, high fructose corn syrup. That's why people don't lose weight, is that it's horrible stuff. Eat real sugar. If you eat real sugar, you will only want to eat 2 or 3 cookies. If you're eating the fructose stuff, the unnatural corn, your body's not made to digest it, you'll want 10. And it's really how people keep. Yeah, there's not a true I keep seeing with you need a lot of greens. It would be good to get those drinks that they have, like at Whole Foods or different places where you can drink, you know, a bunch of greens and like juicing. You need that kind of thing, but where they're already juiced, you don't have to buy. You know, you need a lot of that right now. That would give you some nutrients, and it would help you start dropping the weight.
I will tell you, when I eat sugar, I get heartburn.
Yep, I'll
And
bet.
that's a new thing my body is telling me now.
Yep. It's putting it into acidic, because all of the health is about alkaline, acidic, balance or imbalance. And so when the body's acidic, it gets heartburn, things start happening, falling apart. So, well, thanks for sharing.
Well, thank you.
That's beautiful, because I know sometimes it's hard to talk about things. That's a really interesting thing. What I want to do right now, I want to do a really quick little wrap up here with the divine blueprint, because this is one of the things I think is so important. And I will end up, I want to run energy on everybody, or anybody that would like to. But again, I invite everybody to understand that encoded into every cell of your body is your original divine blueprint. There's no one like you on this earth, in this universe. You are unique. You are created out of the love of the Divine Mother, Divine Father. You're so loved, so wanted, so needed on this earth at this time to be you. Just as every snowflake is different, every sparrow is different. They're all aspects of the great divine energy, but we're unique aspects. Yes, there are archetypes and there are variations on things, but your own divine spark that dwells within you, we ask that to become fully activated right now. I want you to feel again that grounding with the earth, that opening with the crown chakra. And I want you to feel the energy. The first and second chakras are very important because they're connected. The first chakra is like a root. It roots you deep into the earth. The second chakra is very connected with the sexual reproductive area, but it has to do with creation. And it has to do with creating new life in your body. So as a co-creator, it's safe to create. It's safe to create health. It's safe to create new cells within your being. It's safe to youth instead of age. Now as you feel this energy moving up from the earth, up through the root chakra, which is near the perineum area of the body and the base of the spine, I want you to feel this energy going into this red, beautiful energy of the second chakra, this place of co-creation. And I want you to imagine a Buddhic flame, the Christ flame they call it. It's like if you go to a gas stove and you're going to turn the knob and ignite the third chakra. The center of your body is your omphalos, your navel. But this third chakra is it's like a central sun. So we want to get this furnace going. This first three energy centers they're the furnace. They're going to be that alchemical, transmuting power. So I want you just to turn that flame, and it's a beautiful color of orange and yellow, and probably has some purple in it, and just let it ignite this whole part of the body. And feel how safe it is to be a spiritual being, a powerful co-creator in a physical body, and how wonderful it is to create and co-create. And I want you to feel that in every cell of your body is encoded your original divine blueprint. In accordance with each person's free will and highest good, we ask for an activation of your original divine blueprint. We ask it to come into full activation in accordance only with your free will and highest good, transmuting weaknesses of the body, mind, and spirit, patterns that have been carried through the DNA of the human parents, the physical DNA, the karmas even. We ask those to be transmuted. We ask the memory to come back of your uniqueness, of why you are here, of how to bring this beautiful furnace, this ego center, in a safe way to bring your true empowerment in. You're going to feel a lot of heat. I want you to feel it moving up through the chest, up through the back, up through the chest. The beautiful color of pink, the color of unconditional love. It's safe to always have your heart open no matter what. It's safe to keep your heart open. No matter what somebody is doing or not doing, have your heart open. It doesn't matter what is happening out there. It's about you always keeping this unconditional love flowing, 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 sending and receiving. Prayer is when we send, meditations when we receive. Constant energy of sending, receiving. I want you to feel, and you may be seeing it as well, beautiful color of green filling the heart, filling the chest, filling your whole body with healing light. All the aches, all the pains, all the injuries, all the diseases. The last stop has been the body. The body wants to be healed. The emotional body wants to be healed. They all want to be healed. They want to be one energy and happy and joined together. I want you to feel the energy moving up through the throat, the color of sapphire blue, the throat chakra. It's safe to speak your truth. It's safe to hear the truth. Just feel that power of that blue, electric blue energy moving through the throat, the back of the neck, the reptilian brain stem, which we all have. We ask for a cleansing and healing and bringing that energy into, shifting into the higher way of being with that primal energy that we have there. And I want you to feel a tingling in your forehead. There's 2 points that have to do with the pineal and pituitary gland and with the seeing with the inner eye. There's a beautiful violet color. Safe to see with the inner eye. It's safe to hear with the inner ear. It's safe to feel empathically in the ways that are right for you. Again, we ask all gifts of spirit that people have all abilities to come and manifest in a way that brings happiness, fulfillment, balance for yourself, for others. Support it by the furnace, support it by the love. We ask the opening of the higher centers to happen in a way with balance. And in feeling the whole crown chakra is the royal purple color. It's truly the crown. It's where we come and go. It's where we're born with a soft spot in our heads when we're babies. We come and go, and at night we come and go. The silver cord. And I want you just to feel this outpouring of energy. The whole universe, the whole divine love, the whole actualization of unconditional love is flowing down through your whole body, mind, and spirit. Cleansing, connecting, healing, activating, bringing to life the resurrected you. Bringing to life your real life, your authentic life. All the old things are going to fall away, and only the new energy is going to be here, but it's a real energy. It's a new life, a new day. We ask the fatigue and tiredness and weariness that we've all gone through, the days where you think you can't go on, the nights where you can't sleep, the worry that comes into your mind, the pictures of death, the pictures of aging, the pictures of lack, the fears. We ask those all to be brought forward, to be burned in this, and transmuted in this powerful phoenix power that's here, this fiery energy. Just burn it up. It's safe to surrender. It's safe to have a knowing faith, not a blind faith. It's safe to have a knowing faith that all is right, all is well. And as you feel this energy, know that to be alone and face aloneness, once you do, then you're never alone. And we've all felt very alone, very isolated. We're in the time of the body, of spirit, becoming very visible. We're all finding each other. And I want you to feel how safe it is to let go of the fear and the pain and the shame and the guilt and the control that you've given to others or you have given over yourself. No need to have these restrictions on your life. It's time to be in your life and be happy and fulfilled. And we're grateful for this beautiful spring equinox energy that's healing and aligning and transmuting. And we send this love and healing energy out to all beings, the animal kingdom, all sentient beings, all forms of life. We're grateful for life. And as you return to the consciousness of this room, thank you, Sky. It's bringing us back in. Oh my gosh. I think he's feeling his, he's integrating with his energy here. Just know, it's a knowing faith. Know that once you experience things like what we're experiencing here tonight, it's like downloading programs into your being. Because people always have a fear of, well, this was great, or I can feel this, and what happens when I go away? And I have to go back into negative relationships or work or this or that. You're going to find that it's easier to stay in your own higher frequency instead of match the lower. And as you stay grounded and centered in your being, that people and things will respond to that. It's when we get off center and we fall and match the other. And one last thing on that. One of the biggest things I've been working with, it's very good to have empathy and compassion, but there's a big difference between having empathy and compassion and feeling sorry for people. One of my hooks my whole life is feeling sorry for people. I would feel sorry for my father, I'd feel sorry for this, or I'd feel sorry, and then I would make excuses because I would know that that would be my hook. And a lot of times if you're around very narcissistic people, they will manipulate you into feeling, you'll feel sorry for them in some way. And that's a big hook, okay? And so the last few days, Spirit's been speaking to me about this, that it's very important to, it's not, that word is wrong. Sorry is wrong. Because if you feel sorry, it's really bad, it's a negative word, really. And then there's something you're feeling sorry, there's guilt, there's shame, there's fear that place is coming from. But when you're in a true place of compassion and unconditional love, it's totally different. There's a totally different energy than feeling sorry. Because if you're feeling sorry, you're feeling bad. So you're feeling bad somewhere in yourself. And that's the hook that a lot of narcissistic, borderline type people, personalities will keep you hooked in. And it's a way to keep you off your path. The true compassion, when you're in a place of unconditional love for yourself, can't love your neighbor better than you love yourself. When you are in that place, that high frequency of true compassion for all life, that you won't get hooked into something you shouldn't get hooked into. We all have stories about them. We've all rescued people, things, and then got victimized by them. Because if people don't heal their own victim piece, they will victimize you. Because that's all they can do. They're stuck there. They may not totally victimize you in the way they were victimized, but because they're trapped in that energy and you're hooked because you feel sorry, it's not fun. It's not fun after a while. And nobody gets well. You just keep cycling. So when there's not a hook anymore about feeling sorry, and you have true compassion, people won't be able to take advantage of you. They won't be able to keep you prisoner or where you're trapped in it. You won't feel captured. I've had many people, many stories of that where, you know, you think sometimes we're helping people and we're not helping them. You know, I know many people have gone and found lost relatives that were maybe living in the street, they estranged from the family, and they thought they were doing this great thing, and they bring the person and they set them up in a place and find out there was a reason they were actually really probably liked living in the street, but then they couldn't get rid of the person. They turned this very cantankerous person. I've had through 43 years of doing my work, I've heard every story. There's a lot of stories like that, and there's stories of so one of the gifts of the Holy Spirit is discernment. You want to ask for discernment, because there are times you do help, right? I'm not saying you don't help people, but it's knowing that you don't blindly go, gee, this person's been estranged from the family for all these years, I'm going to go rescue. You don't know what you're getting into. And this is the thing. And it can sidetrack us. So that's the thing. You're going to know more and more and more what and where you're supposed to put energy. So, feel that true level of compassion for yourself. And I like that word compassion because it has the word passion in it, right? It doesn't have the sorry, or the feeling sorry. And the feeling sorry also has that thing of, in a way of looking down on, or you're right there. It's not but in that place of true compassion, there's a real passion of love and energy that's radiating out. So, yeah. This has been wonderful tonight, and again, I'll continue. Anybody that wants to, we will keep running energy and doing things, but ask for dreams tonight. I think you probably have to ask for them. I think you're going to have really amazing dreams and things that continue. So, this is good. Any questions or anything before? Thank you. Thank you. We'll be here next Wednesday, and it will be a wonderful time again. We'll do more healing. And again, there's pizza, there's food, and I'm going to run energy.
Can we go home and watch this?
Yes, you can watch this. Sending you all love and healing energy.
Yeah. Now, is this on Facebook?
Yes, you streams on, yeah. So I hit stop recording now. What do I do?
Hit the little flower.
The flower. Oh, not with my feet. Darn! So I'm used to doing the energy coming off my hands. This is probably my problem right there. Okay. Oh, there you go. So it didn't stop recording.
It shows up on